Probably just the power level.
Welcome back to No Control RC. So what do we got going on today? Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but Alex is going to be coming in with something. So here he comes right now. Let's see what it is.
We have the Gorgon, or however it's pronounced. But before we get into this, I just want to thank Brandon for stepping up while I've been off camera for a little bit. You guys may have noticed he took over, he stepped up, he started doing some stuff. He will be continuing to teach you how to paint and do some other videos and race-inspired stuff on the channel, as well as our normal stuff, so watch out for all of that. We don't make a lot on this channel. We do it for the fun. But for the next 6 months from right now, we will donate every dime we make off YouTube to the American Cancer Society. It's a very important cause to both of us. So if you know anybody who likes RCs, tell them about us and have them like and subscribe, watch a video. All that proceeds will go to the Cancer Society. The next video you see will be both of us going head-to-head, hopefully. But this one's going to be Brandon's video, so I'm going to go back to filming and doing some editing. Thank you.
You got it. Yeah, so you heard all that. So all you got to do is like and subscribe, get some more new, fresh people in here, and just keep watching. That's all you got to do. So let's get right into this thing. So this is the ARRMA Gorgon, which it's kind of a neat little rig. So we're going to take it out of the box just to kind of get some cool stuff going on here. So let's get this thing open. This is so fresh, we haven't even taken the seal off yet. Now, we have something to compare it to because we kind of thought, looking at the pictures, what it resembled. So let's really get her out and take a good look at it. So there it is. Get this out. There's blah, blah, blah. That's everything in the box. Nice little box. Folds and everything. I like it. You go there. All right. So now we think we'll take the plastic off. Of course, it has to be black and green because that's usually how we do it. Doesn't feel too bad. So obviously you got the remote right here. You know, we'll get into that all in a second, remote and baggy, but maybe we'll detach that camera and bring her in for a closer look so we can really appease the eyes with this. So as you can see, she's pretty sharp looking. Actually, it's nice and bright. Black and green goes very, very nice together. I've been looking at it, and I don't know, and I haven't found anything on it, but it's got a bunch of snakes on it. And it's got a driver name on it of S.L. Jackson on it. Which I don't know if that's snakes on a plane type of thing. I don't know. I can't find anything on it, but S.L. Jackson's driving it. MF. So you got that going for it. So now this has got hidden body posts on it, which is kind of neat. So what it is these right here. Big lawn pins right here. There's one. There's one back here that I can't see. I'm going by feel. Kind of Jedi type thing. There we go. And off she is. Kind of a simple, nice little setup. Post slide in the hole and the pins goes through the hole. So we'll set that right there. So here she is. It's not a heck of a lot to look at once you get the body off. But what it has is, I got a little note thing right here. So they call it a spine chassis. It's a spine composite chassis is what they call in this. So it's a very thin, narrow. Everything's all in there. We got this going for it too right here. So it's got a bottom load battery tray on it. Just like that. And it comes with this setup came with a 3300 nickel metal hydride 7-cell hump pack. And actually there's a charger for it all in there. So it's kind of a plug and play ready to go. But you can see her all right there. It's got the IC3 connection in it. And you can see all the honeycomb they put on the sides right in here. all in an attempt to make it stronger. And I mean, I will say, just grabbing it and trying to flex it, it feels pretty solid. So we're not going to put the battery back in right now because that's still got to get charged. We're just going to slam that back down. But kind of front to back, I took a handful of notes, but so it comes with an SLT2 setup in it. And we've seen this remote before. This is the one that doesn't like to stand up on the bottom. We got a 2-in-1 all together ESC receiver setup in it. 2.4 gigahertz, all that stuff, so you get long range with it. It does come with a 550 brush 14-turn motor that is down in here. It's inside the chassis right there, that goes to a slipper clutch, that goes to another gear, that goes to a 4-gear differential spider gear setup in the back. So it should perform pretty well. And up front we have the let me get my notes. It is the 660 servo up front, Spectrum in there, and it comes with a servo saver and all that. So all independent suspension. Obviously, they are oil-filled shocks. They're not threaded, so we'll have to look in here. There might be there's a whole bag full of shenanigans in there. There might be clips in there for the springs if you want to adjust the ride height or whatnot, but you can hear it. It's got fluid in it. So that's kind of it front to back. Its price point was what, $169? $169. So price point was $169 on this. So our thought on this was actually just kind of looking at it. We thought it was kind of similar to this. Let me grab this. We thought it was kind of similar to the Stampede. Just from overall looking at it at first. Actually, at first we really thought it was a lot like it. But the more I've kind of looked at it, the more I'm not 100% sure. Let me get this last pin off. So obviously chassis-wise, you can see right here, here's the Stampede we got, and here's the Gorgon. Now at first you can kind of see how you might assume with the suspension and the chassis layout, especially with this having a high center of gravity chassis and everything on it. You can see how we kind of would have thought that this really looks like a lot like a Stampede. The more we've looked at it, the more I've researched on it. This has the motors are part of the chassis. The motor's in the rear of this like an old school car. So you can see the motors hanging off the back. You get a lot of mud and dirt in it. This is inside the chassis. One of the main things I believe is to keep it cleaner. Chassis style itself is totally different. Obviously they are independent. Shock placements in different spots. So as much as we kind of thought maybe this was a stab or a shot at the Stampede, and the more I look at it, the more I'm really not sure. They're even a little bit different wheelbase. Probably even, they're about the same width. So kind of stays right there. That's kind of cool. So, but you can see, so kind of the same, kind of not really. But let's see, what is this? So this one comes with a 14-turn. This one comes with a 12-turn. So this is set up, comes with a nickel metal 7-cell 3300 battery pack. As I said, that we can charge and do, but it also says it's 2S LiPo ready. It says the whole drive line is 2S ready, and then you can actually upgrade it to a brushless motor, it says. I didn't really find out exactly how much you could put in it, but it says it's brushless and 2S capable already. So we'll probably end up throwing a 2S in this to compare it to this and see what happens. But all in all, I don't know, that's all I got. Anything else, cameraman, you want to add? Or all right, so we're down to the old we're gonna throw some batteries in these guys and see performance wise, see what they do. So we're gonna get right to it.
seems like this is going to be fun. That lands a lot better. Right on its wheels, soaks it all up. On your wheels, it lands and just soaks it up. Try to do this. Seems more at home on this than it does in the grass. Yeah. Probably just the power level.
All right, so we're back. We ran our Gorgon, and quick little note, I'm going to say this thing is actually a good amount of fun. So initially, we ran it, nickel metal hydrate. You get good performance out of it, but, you know, we ended up going to the LiPo. You get a little bit more power, a little more snap, and you get longer runtime out of it. So as always, more power, more runtime for us is always a good time. So I do want to point out a few things we noticed right off the bat. So we did a little bit of jumping with this. We did compare it to the Traxxas Stampede. So jumping wise, I feel like this one jumped a hair bit better. It actually landed a little smoother, landed a little better, landed on its wheels, did a little bounce and kept on going. So performance wise, good. Handling wise, on a tight dirt road, they both were kind of pretty comparable. A little loose all over the place, but still a good amount of fun. Now, the nuts and bolts of this, we went through all the text of it. So I'm just going to say, comparing this one to that one, $169.99, and the Traxxas, I believe, is $199.99 with the same setup with the batteries and all that. So performance-wise, I kind of thought this was a little bit more fun. I just like the way this one handled just a little bit better. It feels more like a truck. I don't know, just felt like it stuck a little bit better in certain environments, and it jumped better, and I had a little bit more fun with it. The Traxxas, you know, just a little more sloppy, I thought. But that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Again, fun. Still haven't figured who SL Jackson is, but we need to get back to that because I want to know. So like I said, with what it came with, there's the nickel metal hydrate battery. Now, this is a truck for beginners, so they give you a nice little tech booklet, simple ins and outs of things you might need to do and adjust. If you've never done it before, it lays it out pretty nicely. You have your regular technical book right there. Helps you sort anything out. The biggest thing we had to do was move a pin that we will show you guys later to have this go from nickel metal hydride to lipo. Very simple. Boom, boom, move over, done. Here's your little toolkit. It does have spacers for your springs in it. It's got a couple tools, Allen wrenches to fix 90% of the truck as you go. It does come, and we did use this actually. Here's your charger setup that it comes with. It takes a little longer than a regular charger, but if you don't have one, it's hard to beat that. The SLT2 remote, good little remote. It is small, does feel toyish, but the worst part of this is it doesn't stand up. You always got to lay it down like that. The last thing I'm going to point out is they're doing stuff like this, which is kind of cool. So it's a little card, little credit card looking thing. It's got QR codes on it. So if you have your QR program on your phone, scan that one, it'll bring you to support. And if you scan this one right here, it brings you to a showcase section where you can see all sorts of cool stuff. So all in all, that's pretty much what I got to say about it. Ton of fun. I enjoyed it. If you're looking to get into something, this will probably be a solid bet. And even coming in cheaper than the Traxxas for a comparable platform, I think anybody that bought this would be really pleasantly surprised. So as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time.